I did indeed, Matt. And at the end of the day, this is really about the intersection, isn't it, between global energy markets and certainly the geopolitics, not just in the Persian Gulf. We're talking about the United States versus Tehran and how that's playing out across the entire region, and certainly putting, for example, Lebanon in the financial crosshairs there, as we have discussed multiple times in the last week, obviously with our exclusive interview with that country's prime minister last Tuesday. But I also had the chance to catch up with the Undersecretary of the U.S. Treasury. Now, of course, they've been hunting for quite a while now, following up on Iran's nefarious, as they call them, doings when it comes to financing terror across the region and globally. Listen to what she had to say.
What we're doing in this trip and really every day is we're telling the maritime industry that they need to be on high alert. They need to continue to sophisticate their ability to track vessels that are involved in any of these regimes, whether it's Iran, Venezuela, or North Korea. No one should want to have anything to do with funding regimes that are engaged in this kind of activity.
But in terms of this ship in particular, it just seems as if we can't buy you off, we're going to blacklist you.
Again, my mandate is to sanction any activity that's involved in activity that runs afoul of our sanctions program, and we're going to continue to do that. And I think the message that you've seen, given the sharp decline in Iranian oil sales, is that that campaign is, in fact, been very effective.
A couple of things there to point out. We had a pretty quick interview. We only had 10 minutes with the Undersecretary, but I have to say I really pushed her on getting me a number for the hundreds of millions of barrels that could potentially be offline at this point, because as you very well know, Matt, one of the questions that we have is all of the tankers potentially that are floating around out there with their tracking devices off. So how much of that oil and where it is going is very much a hard question. She didn't have any numbers for me specifically. I did push her on that. I did also ask her about what is the recourse for the United States if the oil is already offloaded, for example, from the Adrian Darya. Is it offloaded already into Syria? What can the United States really do at that point? And the bigger question, of course, for international shippers is they've got to really, really watch their backs, because essentially we've seen over the last several months, as you very well know, an uptick in insurance costs, rising costs to do business as a direct result of the U.S. versus Tehran spat and tit for tat on what's going to happen next. So a lot of questions there for the Undersecretary, but she seemed to feel that this was not only the time to issue a stern warning for those who might be involved, at least within the shipping industry, but also on the fact that the United States is going full steam ahead when it comes to taking on terror in all of its various and nefarious ways that they seem to think are coming out of Iran. And one of them is to really go after Hezbollah. Matt?
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now, to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.